It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, here we are at the next best thing to a Friday, rolling along in this full week. Man, it feels like a full week too, man. We got all kinds of stuff going on. We got basketball games, we got the morning round table, and we got Remember When with Uncle John going on here on the radio. And the only reason why we still got it going is because we got some outstanding sponsors, including Sherwin-Williams House Paint, 315 Jefferson Street, right here in town. Give them a holler at 836-8125 for all your interior and exterior home painting needs.
And we got ProMed Ambulance, 1-800-634-0436. Give them a call and get signed up on their Priority Membership Ambulance Care Program, serving Randolph, Lawrence, Ashley, Union, Dallas, and Calhoun County.
And don't forget about our buddy J.J. Lindsay down there at the Shopper's Guide.
That's right. He'll fix you up with your stationery needs, your printing needs, whatever you need. Call JJ, he'll hook you up.
And, man, if you find somebody says, man, I remember, I missed Remember When with Uncle John. I didn't remember to listen to Remember When. Just tell them, hey, go back and listen to their podcast, man. Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, or YouTube. I know a lot of folks are like, iHeartRadio, Spotify, I don't do none of that stuff. Look, YouTube, and find us right there on the Yes Radio Works Facebook page. You're looking for Y95, you're going to find Yes Radio Works, you find our podcast.
Absolutely.
All right, John. Well, here are we on a Thursday, January 12th, just steamrolling right through this month. It's already almost halfway over. What do you want to talk about today?
Well, my late Uncle Elmer was born on this day, January 12th, 1919.
Uncle Elmer.
William Elmer Wood.
Now, did he wear overalls?
He what?
Did he wear overalls?
All the time.
Just like you.
Just like me,
there
yeah. I'm going to tell you something right now. Uncle Elmer was an enigma wrapped in a riddle.
Okay.
You ever heard that before?
I have heard that.
Uncle Elmer was never married, never had any kids, lived life on his terms, did things his way, went and came as he pleased.
I like him already.
At one time, he went to South America and helped build the largest sawmill in the world for Weyerhaeuser.
Holy cow.
The guy pretty much did it all, but then he did nothing. You know, I mean, he didn't do anything, you know, that they write in history books or anything like that. But the guy spent his life hunting and fishing and drinking and chasing women. And he went and came as he pleased.
And the rest of the time he just wasted, huh?
The rest of the time he just wasted. But my mother pretty much took care of him until she passed away. When her mother had a stroke and was about to die, she asked my mama, she said, take care of Elmer. Mama said, I promise I will. Well, that was in early 1960s. And when my mother passed away in 92, the first thing my brother and I looked at each other and said is, well, what's Uncle Elmer going to do? Uncle Elmer did what he had to do. He learned to do it himself. But he ended up going to the nursing home. He had COPD real bad and had emphysema. Ended up going to the nursing home where he could stay warm and all that. But it's a great story, and I got to tell it. When he passed away in February of 2006, they called me. We were having a chili supper at the church that night, and I was out in the yard splitting wood. And they called me from the nursing home and said, you need to get down here. His counts are he's fixing to die. I told him, I said, well, I'm 25 minutes away, so I'm going to call my brother. He'll be there in just a few minutes. So my brother got out to the nursing home out here at Valley Oaks. It was Valley Oaks then. It's Silver Oaks now. He got out there, and he walked in the door, and Miss Connie McKelvey met my brother, and she said, Jerry, he wants a drink of whiskey. And Jerry said, well, Connie, he can't have no whiskey out here. She said, look, the man's fixing to die anytime. He wants a drink of whiskey. If you're not going to go get it for him, I will. So Jerry walked in there and talked to him, and he said, Uncle Elmer, what do you want? And he said, I want a drink of whiskey. And he said, well, okay. He said, well, what kind you want? He said, I want some good whiskey.
Good one.
Because he had drank the rot gut stuff all his life.
I got you.
And Jerry asked him, he says, well, how much you want? And he said, get a big bottle. So Jerry came back up to the liquor mart, and got the very best bottle of Jack Daniels they had. He came back, went in the cafeteria and got 2 tea glasses. And he went back in Uncle Elmer's room 206, and he handed it to Uncle Elmer. Of course, he was shaking, and everything. And Jerry was pouring it and thinking, he just wanted a drink. And he just kept pouring, pouring. Jerry said, well, tell me when. And he said, well, just fill it up. So he filled it up, and he looked at Jerry, and he said, well, you're not going to have a drink with you, Uncle? So Jerry poured about a half a glass full, and they did a toast. And Uncle Elmer turned it up and drank the whole glass of whiskey.
Wow.
He looked at my brother, and he smiled, and he said, that's been a long time. He said, damn, that was good. Dropped his head and died.
Good grief.
Right there. February the 20th of 2006. And that was a fitting end to Uncle Elmer. Hollywood could not have written a better story than that. That right there was the exclamation on the end of Uncle Elmer's life right there. And I've told that story 1,000 times. What's left of that bottle of whiskey, we had a drink out of it when Denise died. It's in my gun safe. And whichever one dies first, me or my brother, the other one's going to finish it off.
There's going to be a toast.
That's right. Damn, that was good.
Damn, that was good.
It's been a long time. Rest in peace, Uncle Elmer, you old coot.
There you go. Hey, that's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John for today, but we're going to be right back here tomorrow with another Top Tune Friday. We'll see you then, Johnny.
See you tomorrow, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.